back for another episode. Time to do free agency now. We have a whopping 15 million salary space to spend. I'm not going to go after a Carlson or a Vlasic because we already have defensemen for the future and for right now. Defensively, we are very solid. The one position I'm going to get right off the bat is just a goalie. We have Demko. I'm not going to get a starting goalie. I'm not going to pick up Jones or Halak because I do want Demko to get, if not the majority, a lot of starts. I'm going to pick up probably Kemper or Hammond, whoever has the better poise, 70 and 75. I will go after Hammond, I guess. 1 year at, I'll give him exactly what he wants. Just a 1 year deal, 1.175 sounds good to me. In terms of forwards, I am going to go after Atkinson. I just feel, he's a good player too. I just think he fits the Vancouver style of play very nicely. And I like how he actually has good defensive stats as well. I do want to check out his full career stats. What kind of points does he put up? He is a second liner, remember. As a second liner, he put up, so in the simulation at least, he put up 60 points in 82 games played, which if he can do that for Vancouver is pretty good. How many goals did he have? He had 20 goals. If he can become a consistent 20-goal scorer on the Canucks, that would be really nice. That would be perfect. I think I'm going to give him the type of deal Vancouver gave Eriksson, Miller, Verbata, just a 2-year deal, just to see if they fit in with the team. And cap space isn't an issue. I still don't want to give him a long-term deal, though. I would like to get him re-signed on a team-friendly deal within the next couple years for when we have to pay all of our young guys big money. And, I'm going to give him, same as Hammond, exactly the type of money he's looking for. 2 years at $5.9 million. That should be enough to get him to come to Vancouver. It said Carolina is also interested. They're not a playoff team either, so I don't think he should mind coming to a team that's not that good right now. We will need 3 forwards. With Atkinson, that's 2 left over. We're going to need 2 guys for the 4th line. I really don't know who I'm going to get. I'm just going to look down anybody who catches my eye. I'd like a guy with good poise, like maybe a Mike Richards. He says depth forward, but 81 overall is pretty fine for me. Ben Smith. Mike Richards is, this is Brad Boyles. What is he doing in the game? He's still in this? What the hell? That's kind of odd. Okay. Maybe, Richard, that could definitely be one. Stajan? What is his stats looking like? Yeah, he could be one. He's also a depth forward, too. I find that really weird. I wonder why. Anybody else? Bozak? Now we're getting into, the second liners. Okay. I guess, how's Erat? Mon Erat. So we got Mon Erat at an 85 poise, 3.5 defense. We've got Stajan at 80, but 4 defense. And then we've got Richards at 85 and 3.5. I think I'm going to go with Richards and Erat, to be perfectly honest. He only wants 900,000. What the hell? Okay, I'm fine with giving you that money. I'll give you a solid 1 million just to make sure we grab you up, to make sure you don't go to another team. Same with Erat. I'll give him a solid 1 million. They're asking for cheap. They're asking for penny. That's okay with me. We're probably going to have around 8 million left over after it's all said and done. We should be a winning team this season. Maybe not a winning record, but we should definitely not have we'll have a lottery pick in terms of bottom 15, but we should have maybe a top 10 pick. So Hammond comes, Erat comes, Richard comes. What about... Oh, he hasn't came yet. So yeah, goalie is now up to 82. Defense is at 92 and offense at 88. Definitely, in my opinion, we're going to have a better season. Okay, so basically he's asking for more money. He didn't sign to another team, which means really he doesn't care about winning. He wants the money. He would have went to Carolina. Let's check out Atkinson. So, I offered him exactly what he wants. That's really weird. I guess I'll give him 6.1 million. We still have $14 million to spend. I'll give him 6.1 million. Only 200,000 more than what I was going to, but I'll see if that gets him on the team. It should. It put him above his asking price. Let's take a look at if he's going to sign. I believe he will. Offense should also jump up to a 90. I think it will. So he does accept. Perfect. Most generous. Yeah. God damn it. What a greedy motherfucker. Yeah, up to a 90. So I was correct. Demko should have a good off-season as well. Hopefully that goaltending can maybe jump up to like an 84 overall by the end of the season. Are we still a rebuilding team? Still a rebuilding team. Again, that might change at the beginning of next season. The projected lineup, we got Demko and Hammond. Hopefully Demko has a really nice off-season. He's 22 years old. If he doesn't jump up in this off-season, I think it's safe to say he's not going to become an elite goalie. Defensemen, we got Tanev, Gudbranson, Hutton, Tramkin, Stetcher, Spiza. But down here, we got Jolovi at 78. He could jump up to the 80s. It is a possibility. He's looking like, I don't know if I can say he's going to become a top 2 defender. If he does, though, that means we can push Gudbranson down to the top 4. And then probably Spiza is going to be the odd man out. Depending on Hutton, I hope he can grow again. This is really the last year for him to jump. I don't expect him to jump too high, but I hope he can get up to maybe an 86. That would be really nice. It's just 1, but that would be nice. Nick Shore might end up being a second liner. I'd be okay with that because it looks like Bo Horvat isn't going to be a second liner. He's 23. I'm really interested to see if he is going to jump in the off season. We got Sedin and Atkinson now. Hopefully Sedin doesn't become too disgruntled at the fact that he doesn't have Henrik anymore. Belchi, I'm thinking I'm going to trade him, but I was going to wait till the end of the off season because he did have a good season. He might jump up to an 85, 86, just a little bit extra trade value to trade away. He's probably going to be traded if he doesn't jump up to like an 87, though, most likely. I will. Does Atkinson want to talk to me? Oh, I gotta go. I hate that. Why can't you go to player morale from that screen? That's really odd. If Atkinson wants to talk to me, I will. Anybody else, I'm not really interested. Erat, yeah, screw you. Let's simulate up to the beginning of the season. Thing I did forget to do, though, we have to upgrade concessions. I totally forgot to do that. Let me do it really quick. Good luck I didn't simulate too quickly. We should have enough, and we do. I saved just enough to upgrade the club seats. Let's upgrade that. Perfect. Now the owner should be at least a little bit more happy. It says he's pretty frustrated right now. It said he was terrible in terms of his happiness, but since we completed that goal of his, I think he should have a little bit of a turnaround in his mood. Owner expectations. I am really curious to see what he wants out of us. He wants us to sell out 33. Yep, can do that. He wants us to beat Calgary and get 13 road wins. So, nothing about playoffs. I agree. I don't expect a playoff, but he also didn't want me to get another first-round pick. So, that is a good sign. He's not expecting us to tank. And stretch goals, club seats. We just upgraded that again. Well, we just upgraded it, but apparently he wants it upgraded again. I can definitely do that. Time to check out if anybody grew. Let's go to roster moves. Hopefully Demko jumped up. Hopefully he did. Let's go to goalies. He's in the system. What is he? An 83. Perfect. So he jumped up 3 overall in the offseason. He's now a backup goalie. Perfect. That is perfect to see for his development. By the end of the season, he'll probably be a solid 84 at least. And then by next season, I think he's going to be an 86 overall goalie. I think he's going to fulfill his potential, actually, which would obviously be really good to see. Let me bring him up to the NHL. The AHL team still has pretty good goalies, a minor starting and a minor backup. Let's go to defense. What do we got in the NHL? So Tanev, Gudbranson, Hutton, Stretcher, Tramkin, Spiza all stayed the exact same. That's fine. I didn't expect any of them to jump up. Gudbranson, yeah, he stayed at an 86. Again, would have been nice to see him get one more up, same as Hutton, but it is what it is. They're still top 4 defensemen at the end of the day. I'm still happy, and these guys are top 6. All that's left to do is check out Jolovi. What is he at? He's only at an 80. He's a depth defenseman, so at least for the start of the season, I'm going to be playing him top 2 minutes in the AHL to get him as many as possible. Time to go for forwards. I don't expect too much change here either. Nylander! Oh, perfect! Yes! 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 Thank God he's an 86. A natural 86. Yes. Oh, finally I get a low elite player who isn't a bust. It feels so good. Oh, yes, Nick Shaw. Still an 87. Still a third line forward. That's odd. At this point, I'd be fine if he's a second liner. I just assumed Horvat would be that man. I guess not. Belchi's an 84, Horvat's an 84. He's still a really good third liner, don't get me wrong. As a third liner, he's perfect. I mean, a perfect two-way guy. I just wish that now Shaw would become a second liner. I'm going to play him probably, first line minutes. We don't have that number one center. He should probably jump up to a second liner, at least his role. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Belchi stayed at an 84. I think it's time to ship him off. He didn't pan out like I wanted. That's fine. I didn't expect him to either. Anybody else? Time to check out Patrick, though. I really expected him to get to at least an 82. He's an 83. So everybody has good development. Nylander is at a 20 overall. Oh, no. Oh, it's been a long night. He's at 78 overall at 20 years of age. Hopefully by next year, wait. How old is his brother? So William is 22, and he's 86, and so that means within 2 years, could we expect him to jump up to an 86? It's probable. If he does, that would be amazing. Then we could truly have twins take over the team. Now, I didn't expect either of them to get to the level that the Sedins were on, but, William, it's looking like he might, which would be unbelievable. I'm really excited about that. Patrick is at an 83, a third liner. That is fantastic to see. I don't think we had anybody else really to check out. No, we didn't. Let me get the line all set up. This is what I have right now. It's not official. I'm definitely open to suggestions, but I really wanted to make sure Nylander had as many minutes as possible. Last year, he was a third liner. We played him on the second line and then the first line towards the end of the season, I do believe. So I still want to play him on the first line. I really want to make him... I hope he can get elite potential. Now, if he just stays at a second liner, I'm not going to be mad because he's low potential. I'm not expecting him to become like a 88 overall, but he's only 22. Definitely possible he can still become close to a 90 overall if he does have really good seasons. So because of that, I put him with Nick Shaw, the best centerman we have on the team. Offensively, he's not the best. He's got good shot power, but he really doesn't bring too much passing to the table. In terms of Horvat, he definitely has better upside offensively. So you could suggest putting Horvat with him, but for now I just put the better overall player, 87, alongside with him. And then I got Radulov up here. He's a third liner, whatever. He's a top 6 player. He puts up the points at the end of the day. Wherever Nylander goes, I think I want to put Radulov with him because he will definitely get Nylander that points. On the second line, I got Daniel. He is a second liner, so it's not like I'm totally playing him out of position. He's 38 years old, so I don't see why it's a bad thing to have him on the second line. I got him playing with Atkinson and Horvat, a really good second line. Atkinson is also a second liner. The third line I got Kennedy, Sutter, and Patrick. For Nolan Patrick, I don't think I need to play him above what he should be playing because he does have that medium elite. At 20 years of age, he's 83 overall. He's definitely on his way. He's on pace. He's not off of the pace to get to that elite potential. Do you think I should play him up? I don't really think so because I do have him playing power play time, and then the bottom line is just a bunch of guys I signed for depth, right? But I'm definitely open to suggestions. I do think I should play Nylander and Radulov on the top line. But do you think I should put Horvat with him? And do you think I should put Patrick up a line? If so, we'd probably be putting Daniel on the third line. And then defense, really not much to say here. Same as last year. Special teams, though, I got Nylander playing the point on the first line. Another thing I'm open to suggestions about. I was debating whether to put him on the wing or the point for the power play, and I think he would get more points playing on the point because he's going to be taking more shots, I assume, from the point, some tips, going to get more assists. Let me know, though, do you think he'll get more points playing on the point or on the wing? he does have better power than accuracy, so it's really your call. And by the way, he's got 88 stick checking and 84 defensive awareness. He can definitely handle his own defensively as well, like Atkinson, which I really do like. And then I got Radulov, sure. So on the power play, I put Horvat up, because he's still 23 overall. I would like to at least try and get him to grow to a second liner if possible. And then Patrick. Do you think that's a good power play lineup I got going right now? Let me know. And then penalty kill, really not too much to say here. Just put the depth guys on it. I got Sutter and Horvat. Again, give Horvat a little extra ice time. And then we got Demko in net, obviously. In the AHL, though, I've got Alex Nylander playing with Handzus and Rodin. Handzus has 85 poise and Rodin has 78. The two best on the team in terms of forwards. And then I did put Dorsett down a few lines just because of the discipline. I don't want to put Nylander on the penalty kill too much. And then defense, Jolovi, I just put him with the highest poise guy as well, 77. Jolovi's 80. By the end of the season, mid-season even, he might jump up to a top 6 defender. If he does, I will bring him up to the NHL without hesitation. Special teams, again, Alex Nylander on the top line. Penalty kill, I don't have him. I'm going to put him in, though. It's the AHL. It won't hurt him to put him on the penalty kill. I'm not going to put his brother, William, on the penalty kill because that just doesn't make sense right now. He's a playmaker. But in the AHL, I feel that is okay to do. So, that is the team we got. Patrick grew, Nylander grew, Demko grew, Jolovi grew, Alex Nylander grew. Everybody grew that I wanted to, which is perfect. Let me know what you think about the lineup, and I will see you guys at the start of the season. And one thing, wait. Before I go, we got Berchi. What do I do with Berchi? I think it's time to trade him. 84 overall. He doesn't fit into the team at all. I could put him on the 4th line with Patrick. That could make sense if I bump Erat down to the AHL. Put Kennedy on the 3rd line, and then bring Berchi up. Because I think he will help out Patrick get some points, but he could also be used as a trade bait to get another NHL caliber guy. Let me know what you think about Berchi as well. Open to suggestions all over the place for the lineup and Berchi. Thank you for watching very much.